So this is in Pricelabs. This is the software that I use to perform all of the different dynamic pricing. And what you can see here is these graphs show current prices and market occupancy for the surrounding markets in gray, and this listing prices and occupancy in color. So for instance, as I go down here, if you guys can see this, sorry, I'm kind of balancing one hand here and scrolling with the other. By date, you can see where recommended pricing is in black and the current pricing that I have is in gray. They're pretty much in line as we go throughout the summer. So I wouldn't really change too much in regards to pricing based off of kind of what I'm seeing here. We can fluctuate here a little bit, but during kind of the peak summer, which is going to be June 15th, to probably, I'm gonna say, let's just say the last day in, let's go with like Labor Day weekend. You can see, recommended pricing versus what we have. So we're pretty in line, and just really wanna show you kind of the method behind my madness when I go in and I set seasonal custom pricing. So you can see here during the winter, so January 1 through April 12th, 300, 500, 699. So your min, your base, and your max. Your base is basically like your optimal booking fee. Then we have spring from April 13th to May 31st. And then summer, I have 3, 5, 649. Now I could bump that to match winter, but I feel like $649 for what the condo has to offer, the location, and it not being winter versus it just being summer. I think we're gonna get more bookings with that kind of price point, and especially after checking that graph with the future pricing, we're very in line with many other folks that are listing their properties as well too. Then you can see October to November 16th, and then November 17th to December 31st. Now, all of these start and end dates can be manipulated, but I'm just kind of going off of what we consider high seasons around here and shoulder seasons, and these can be manipulated and changed within a moment's notice. So that's the great thing about this software. Then scrolling down, you can see market occupancy versus what we have booked. And then we can go down here and you can see how they price. So number of bedrooms, 275, 350, 525. That's what the average going rate for properties that are similar to yours within the vicinity of your condo. So a 2-bedroom gives you 275, which would be the 25th percentile. 25% of folks are doing that. 50% of folks are pricing it around 350, and then the 75th percentile, so your upper echelon, is going to be more closer to that 525 number. And you can see the location of where they're getting this data. So this is what I use in order to get us the pricing for your specific condo. And this is what I do for all of the other clients that I work with. I share this with the homeowners so they can see what other folks are doing with properties that are literally right around there, because that's basically what you would be doing in real estate. If you were going to be obviously selling the house, you would be wanting to comp the condo to something within a mile, and you would want to find obviously many different comps so that you can have a very good price going in, a broker price opinion, in order to obviously put that condo on the market at an aggressively priced number, so that obviously there's tons of interest. Same thing goes with short-term rentals, and that's why I really love using this software. This part here on the side, I can manipulate many different things, and I come in here and I mess around with this all the time. So it's not static. I'm always kind of changing, manipulating it, because it helps bump our algorithm with Airbnb for the placement of our listing. And since we're not a super host yet, we're not going to qualify. Unfortunately, we missed it literally by 2 stays, but I can share that with you guys too in our meeting on Thursday. that we're really in line to, I think, book some really good bookings, qualified guests for this upcoming summer high season. I do have it right now where I have a 2-night minimum to a certain date, and then in the summertime I have it set right now to a 5-night minimum. I could change that to a 4-night minimum. I could change that to a 6 or a 7-night minimum, and then we can price that accordingly. Obviously, there's less wear and tear, on your property when you are not turning the property over to numerous different guests. I would rather have a good qualified booking and have them stay, 5, 6, 7 days versus having many 2 or 3 night stays. The likelihood of getting a bad apple is much higher when you're turning over the property, with those short turns, which is fine in some regards, but when you're playing it out over the course of a whole year, we would really like to be seeing more of the 4, 5, 6, 7 night stays. Maximizes revenue for everybody, and just kind of less wear and tear again on the condo and the property itself. So just wanted to make this video. I will make another one in regards to like earnings and things like that in Airbnb, but this is Pricelabs, and this is a software that basically lays on top of Airbnb and pushes every 24 hours, or I can sync it instantaneously after I make a change to manipulate and create that dynamic pricing, which is ultimately what drives bookings.